Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and this is an update video. It's been like a year and a half since I've done an update video, so there's a lot of things that I want to quickly go over, try to go over them quickly because there is a lot. But basically what I want to try and cover today is just what I've been doing, what I am doing now, and what I'll be doing in the future, basically. So last time I did an update video was sometime March 2018, I think it was, or April, one of those two. And basically what was happening is that I was moving away from where I was previously, and that was because of a job that I had, and I was going to be away for about 2 years or so. During that time I was still doing videos and stuff, sort of sporadically, sort of consistently. I was consistently sporadic, or sporadically consistent. But in addition to that, I also started streaming on Twitch a lot, and also I was been really active on Twitter and stuff like that. But basically, now I'm back. So things are a little bit different now. As you can see, I'm in the same home that I was in that update video. So basically, I moved. My hair is a bit of a mess because I just took a shower. Because I moved, and then I came back to the same exact place I was before, right? The only issue being that things are a little different. I haven't moved in completely yet. I'm usually in this room. That's usually why the backdrop looks a little bit different. But none of that is really important. So while I was gone, I want to say gone from here, not from my channel specifically, because I was, like I said, I've been uploading and doing stuff. I was sort of trying to put a little bit more of a focus on streaming, just because I did have a little bit more fun with that, and I did like the format of that a lot better, because when it comes to editing and stuff like that, I don't really do a lot of fancy edits. Sometimes I try, and then I just don't really like how it comes out, and part of that is just due to the fact that I'm not really formally trained to do any sort of editing, or any of the images or anything that I use, any assets or stuff. I make my own, and I'm basically self-taught, aside from like maybe a few tutorials and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just me messing around with stuff, right? For my credit, I think I do a pretty good job, but I think I want to do a much better job. I just don't have the necessary skills to do so yet, and I don't really attempt to, because I don't often try to do too much that requires a lot of me, because it's often requires a lot of time and effort, and I just don't really have the time to give to that. But in any case, while I was away, I did manage to do a lot of stuff. I think the first things that I actually did, I did record a little bit. I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. I know I started doing, I think, Final Fantasy Tactics. I remember I did that for a little bit, and I tried doing some unusual stuff. I think I wrapped up Mega Man 03. I think I had a couple episodes of that, and I did some Showdown Quickies and some Tennis, simple stuff like that, because at that time I only had my laptop, so I managed to do a couple little things. But then the Tactics, I just didn't really like how that came out at all, so those videos are gone now. Tactics is one of those weird games, because it's one of those games that I really want to do on my channel. It's one of the reasons that started doing this, but I just can't seem to really do it correctly. But granted, I've only tried it once, so we'll give it a shot another time. But in any case, after that, I did Yu-Gi-Oh! Month, which is a lot of fun. I spent the entire month doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Related things, so that includes, for example, the top 10s, did an unboxing, I did a couple of playthroughs, stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. I wanted to do that again this year, but I was really busy with the move and whatnot, because I moved around the same time that I wanted to do it. But presumably next year I should be able to do it, right? Afterwards, I kind of really liked the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Month turned out, so I got into this weird sort of mode where I was just kind of like, I guess, really motivated or determined or whatever you want to call it, and I started making a lot of different videos. Sometime I think in December, or it might have been in January. I think I started in January. I know I was working towards it in like November, and then through like January and like February, which sounds like a not a long time, but for me it was a long time considering all the work that I tried to put into it. But through that time I did manage to sort of come up with a pretty decent schedule once I was, settled in, everything was okay at my job and all that other stuff. I try to make some sort of schedule where I think I was doing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, followed by Mega Man Zero for a bit, followed by something else, usually another episode of Mega Man Zero, and then I did a sort of like stream highlight of Smash Bros. Because at the time, what I was mainly doing was I was streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and then Smash Bros. Alternating between like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think it was, or Wednesdays, one of those two. And then somewhere down the line, I picked up Sunday. So I started doing that, and I was trying to do both of them, and things were going all right. The only problem was I discussed this at length in the Let's Go videos, but I had a lot of issues sort of getting those videos to come out how I wanted them to be, because I didn't have my dog's hair somewhere on me. Well, all over me, because the dog was all over me. But it didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to be, and I put in a lot of like effort into it, but it was also just a big stressor. It just really didn't turn out as great as I wanted it to be for all the sort of passion and effort that I wanted to put into it. It was just kind of like I put all this into it, and I got like this of what I really wanted to do with it. But sort of because of that, I started focusing more on streaming. So rather than doing that schedule that I just said, I started doing a more routine schedule where it was Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays I would stream. And basically what I was doing was I was trying, there he is, isn't it? Furry little. What I was doing sort of a combination of a couple of things. I was doing sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and Smash, but primarily I think I was doing the Duel Links on Tuesdays regularly, and then the other 3 days were like playthroughs of stuff. So I managed to play like Transistor, the fresh Metal Gear, the Evil Within 2, and I started playing Mega Man Battle Network, and there was something else I'm sure that I don't remember, but fun playing those games on that, so I was really liking that. But somewhere between that, in around March or something like that, I started to get, well, sometime before that, but it all culminated sometime in March, where I just got really sick, basically, and I won't get into the details, but it was really bad. I was basically sick for a very long time. I was kind of sick from technically like December all the way up until sometime, I want to say August, like that, more or less. But it didn't really like actually like hit me till maybe March, more or less. And then I didn't start like recovering until sometime after that. And it wasn't until August, more or less, that I was like, okay, I kind of feel a lot better now. And you can kind of even just go, if you go and like watch the VODs, you can actually see myself transform in those videos compared to like, the other stuff. You can still kind of see it now, right? But because of that, I kind of took a break from everything, and then I did kind of on and off sporadically, both on the channel and on Twitch. So right now I haven't been streaming at all. I stopped because of the move, but before that I was kind of streaming on and off. Nothing really consistent. And then for the channel, I tried a couple of different things with the channel. Took a break a couple of times, then I uploaded a couple of different videos and stuff like that, and I haven't really been consistent with that either. And then now I'm at the point where I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent. Originally, what I was going to do is that I was going to be put in a situation where I was going to be back here and I wasn't going to be working, and I basically assumed that given the sort of climate and the situation, I wouldn't be able to start working again until a month or so. I'd have like maybe a month or two of time off, essentially, because I figured it'd take that long for my company to find me a job, right? So I figured what I would do in the meantime is that I would try giving, this and streaming full time. But what happened was, one, I'm not in my room, or office, or whatever you want to call that, right? Instead, now that's my bedroom, me and my girlfriend's bedroom, rather than usually where, all this equipment is and stuff. And then on top of that, the company that I was working for decided to leave me because they couldn't find me anything, which was a bit silly, but I guess it was some sort of weird misunderstanding, that they didn't understand that I was leaving at the time that I did, and they couldn't find something in time, and you know, the way our contract worked, I wasn't able to have, you know, any time off, essentially. So anyways, it's kind of essentially the same. The only thing is that I'm kind of here rather than there, but it's essentially the same. I'm still not working for like a couple of times, but I haven't tried doing this full time just because I really haven't had the, I guess, the same. Well, I've had the motivation, definitely, because I've definitely wanted to, especially now than right now, since all I'm really doing is just applying for jobs. Other than that, all of my time is spent just hanging out, playing Pokemon and stuff like that, right? So I definitely had the motivation to do something, but I rather haven't had, I guess, the correct vision, because I've been trying to figure out what it is exactly that I want to do. So it's been something that I've been struggling with, but I've decided that I'm going to try and just do what I usually do. You know, trying to find some sort of middle ground where I just kind of do the things that I like to do, and then try to sort of actively figure out what it is that I want to do, because I've always sort of wanted to do something with all of this. I just never really knew what it was, and then I never actually stopped to think about it. I just kind of, I guess, thought that it would just show up, you know, and things would be fine. But now I'm sort of actively searching for it. So it's kind of the same thing, essentially. Nothing really changed for the most part. It's just that I am a little bit more actively trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. All right. So what that would mean going forward is I'm going to try and do, right now, I'm trying to like pick up the pieces of everything, which is kind of a little bit awkward given the timing. It's taking me a little bit too long to figure out what it is that I want to do, even if it's just an intermediate plan. But basically what I'm going to try and do right now is I'm trying to do like 5 videos a week right now, because I know I have the time, so it's really not that big of an issue, but they're not really going to be that complicated of videos. So, for example, I'm going to try and do 2 days a week, do some Pokemon rank battles. Uploaded a video of that yesterday. I'm going to try and do that consistently. However, we'll see how that goes, because originally the idea or the concept was that I would try to reach the highest rank in that game, I should say. But they have a season, like many other ranked games do. And then this season ends in like a few days. So there's not really much I have that I can do in this season, but I'll see what I can do anyways. We'll give it a shot and then see how far we get anyways. And then other than that, I've been trying to sort of focus in what I wanted to do on my channel. Originally, that's what I wanted to do, and I want to split it up so where it's like mainly it's Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Smash. So I'll be doing the Pokemon part. The Yu-Gi-Oh part, I've been doing a lot of the, I have to find a different name for it, but the Duel Links videos with the characters where I sort of try and figure out how it would be like if they came into Duel Links. So I'll try and do those. Those are pretty much the only things that I do that are scripted right now, and highly edited. And then other than that, I've been doing some deck profiles for Duel Links. I'm in a weird place with those, where like previously I kind of enjoyed doing them, but like now I'm kind of in a situation where I'm not really playing a lot of Duel Links to like play it. You know, I'm kind of just playing it to play it, and it's kind of like, okay, whatever. Whereas like before, I was a lot more invested in it. Now it's kind of just like I'm just trying to keep up with it, and then, you know, I just do whatever I want. So I'm not as invested in that, but if not, I was thinking maybe bringing back doing some playthroughs like I used to. Like I'm thinking of doing Refresh or whatever that the game that comes after Sacred Cards. I was thinking of doing that. And then other than that, for Smash, what I've been doing is I've been doing a run of Classic mode on Smash Ultimate for now, just because I'm not really sure what I want to do Smash related. The only other thing that I would want to do is Smash Odyssey, but that's a big giant mess in of itself. Because originally what I had left off is I sort of built a nice prologue of what I wanted to do. You know, I went over my history with the game, and then I went over my faults, my weaknesses, what I think a good player would be, and how I'm planning on achieving that, right? So I built that part up nicely. But then this whole job thing happened, and then I just sort of dropped it entirely. both because I didn't have the time and just I really want to do it, or at least not so much that I didn't want to do it, I just didn't want to actively do it. I still want to, but now I'm trying to figure out sort of how to format it differently, so one, I'll still enjoy it, two, I'll still do what it is that I originally wanted to do, or at least most of it, and then three, make it in a way so that it's really easy to actually make. Because one of the issues is that, like, I did, like, I think 4 videos, and those took me, like, each, like, a month to record and edit and all that stuff. But, you know, I'm not even, like, too happy about those videos, and they're not even, like, that complicated. So it shouldn't have been such a long process to get those videos out, right? So I'm trying to figure out a better way to format those. But that's essentially what I'm going to be doing going forward. And then somewhere down the line, I'm going to, well, the previous stuff, somewhere down the line, I'll figure out what I want to do with Smash Odyssey. And then just a bunch of other different stuff in general that I want to do. Because essentially what I want to do is just make my own things. I just don't know what that is yet. I just know that it's something that I make personally and that I own. And that I can make and share. But I just don't know what exactly that is yet. But that's kind of the plan going forward. I don't really know if I'll be able to come up with a consistent schedule, at least for maybe the next week. I was just kind of be playing around, seeing how things work. Because, you know, right now, like I said, I'm not working, but I will be pretty soon. You know, I can't just not work, right? So then that's going to change sort of my availability and how I can schedule things. So I can't really confidently set up a schedule now. Just to have that change in like a couple of weeks or something like that, you know? So it'll just be kind of something where we'll both have to play this by ear, unfortunately. And yeah, that's basically all I can do right now. I'll figure something out. It's just basically a bunch of figuring out is what I'm doing. But in any case, just I'll try and see what I can do. Try to keep things as updated as possible. You can check out the Twitter or the Twitch channel to keep you up to date on anything, or if you'd rather check out the streaming stuff or whatever it is, definitely follow me on Twitter. I'm constantly posting dumb shit, but also any actual relevant updates that I can do there, because it's a lot more efficient than doing these kind of videos, because even this takes a bit of time where I can just go but shit sucks, you know, and you kind of get what's going on. Wouldn't be an update video without me banging into the mic, huh? That's basically it. We'll see what happens, I guess. But other than that, take care of yourself.